To add fizz of motivation to your day. Morning, I'll be there. 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. Be with me. Hey world, 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by me and sponsored by the Kingdom College, preparing you for life. I am Deepak here, and my life is beautiful and I stay on top of the world because I work as worship. Few days back, I'd gone to spend some time in nature. A few of us are there in the nature, and we played a lot of games. We had brilliant time together. Then since it was only one badminton court and we were almost 11 of us, so we chose to play four on each side so that we all will get. I know it sounds crazy that either you can play singles or you can play doubles in a badminton court, but we are little crazy people, so we have all the freedom to do crazy things in life. So we had four aside, so four people with hand holding the badminton, so we don't have to move around, just keep hitting the shuttlecock wherever it comes. So we made teams of four each and we were playing. It so happened that not all of us are what do you say, great badminton players. We are like, okay. And then there were a few of them who were very bad. Very bad means very bad. Maybe first time they were holding the racket in their hand. Now after few serves that happened, both the teams realized that in both the teams there is one person who is not the best of them all. They're very weak in playing because they're playing for the first time. Fair enough. And that was the weak spot in that team. So naturally, after almost few minutes in the game, they realized that is the weak spot. So every time the shuttlecock was always served to that person who was weak. Both the teams were giving the shuttlecock only to that person so that they miss and score points. So it was not that that game was won out of strength, but those games were won out of exploiting the weakness of each team. Now, what I want to share with all of you, the lesson that I learned was this. If there is a weakness, and if that weakness is visible, the world will exploit it, and you have no choice on it. Because after some time playing the game, we realized, and the weakness of the other team, or the weak player of the team, and their weaknesses were exposed. And the moment weakness is exposed, the world will exploit that weakness, and you will not have any say in that. And that's dangerous, and that can be tragic. So, what could have been done, which both the teams tried to do, was all the strong players in the team were trying to cover up for the weakness of that team. So, where there was a weak player and they had their weaknesses, the strong players in the team were trying to cover up and manage the whole thing. And that's the next lesson to learn. If you have a weakness, first, it should not be exposed to the world. Nobody should know it outside that you have a weakness. And if the weakness is being exposed to the world, be ready, it will be exploited. So what do you do? Manage the weakness. So you cannot strengthen the weakness. We have this myth that I will convert my weakness into strength. No, you cannot do that. Weakness can be managed, but weakness can never become strength. This is one big myth, and you take it from me because I'm also a certified strength coach. So I know it much better than anybody else. So weakness has to be managed. So you have to find out, if you understand there is a weakness in you, let not the world know it. And if the weakness is exposed, the world will exploit. And you have to learn to manage it. How do you manage it? You manage it with other strengths of yours. For example, I don't have a great vocabulary. No, I can expose my weakness to you because I know how to manage my weaknesses. I don't have a great English. So I have few words which I know. My strength is communication. So with my communication, I manage my weakness of lesser vocabulary, or okay of vocabulary, or an ordinary vocabulary, and I still be able to convey my message because communication is my strength, presentation is my strength, ideas, metaphors, stories, examples, this is my strength. I use those strengths and manage my weakness. All of them will feel Deepak has a good English. Deepak has a very okay or very good, okay English. I'm not somebody who's very polished, sophisticated, Oxford English. No, I have a very good English, but I have a very limited vocabulary. That is my weakness. But I use my other strengths to manage my weakness. And that's how you lead your life. Nobody is foolproof in life. We all have our weaknesses. First lesson which I learned from that game of badminton which we played in that 3-day rest period of mine was this. First, there will be weaknesses, which everybody has it. Nobody is free from it. Two, if there is a weakness, nobody should come to know it. It should not get exposed. Number three, if it get exposed, it will be exploited. So with the other strengths that you have in your life, utilize those strengths, use those strengths, and manage your weakness. Strengthen your strengths. That is possible. What you are good at, you can become better at it. You can become best at it. What you are not good at, you can manage it. Manage your weakness. Strengthen your strengths. And that is how you balance yourself, so that you will not be exploited in this lifetime. Otherwise, big time world will exploit. You have a wound on your leg, you have a wound on your hand, you have an injury. If you don't manage it, if it get exposed, bacteria will come, virus will come, infection will grow. Now you cannot make that weakness into strength. Manage the strength. You have to cover it up. Don't expose your weakness. If weakness gets exposed, it will be exploited. And that's the lesson I want to drive into your head today. That we all have weaknesses. Cover up your weaknesses. Don't let it get exposed. If it get exposed, it will be exploited. Don't blame the world for exploiting you. So how do you manage it? Other strength that you have, use those strength, strengthen those strength, and cover up your weaknesses and manage your weaknesses. You'll be able to find your way out. You'll be able to glide yourself, flow yourself, and reach where you want to reach in life, even if you have weakness, provided you understand what I'm speaking about. With this belief, let's start the day. Here we go, together. I believe I can. I believe I am. I believe I can. So, guys, go, set, and grow.